Hi lovelies, and welcome to what is possibly quite a noisy sacred space because my bedroom window is open. It's been raining, it is boiling, hence no candles lit. I can't stand the extra heat. Raining but still boiling, and you can hear all the cars going past. So if it's noisy, I do apologise. But I really wanted to share with you some of the decks I've picked out for my summer tarot trolley, and some of these are brand new to me and I've not worked with them yet. It's the second part of my deck haul. So I bought some decks at the start of the year, which I've already shared, and I mentioned in that video that I'd bought some water element based decks because I've just been really called to kind of work with the element of water. So I went on a little search and I found some decks that looked really appealing, and I wanted to either open them or just share them and just show you what has got my attention at the moment. Now, the first one is this Mermaid Tarot by Lisa Robertson, illustrated by Julie Dillon. Now, I first saw this on Dawn Michelle's channel and was really struck by how lovely it was then, and so it's been on my wish list for a while. It's one that I really wanted for a while, and when all the call to water and mermaids started appearing everywhere, I thought, well, if this isn't the time to pull the trigger on it, then I don't know another time that would be better. So it's one that comes with, look, this amazingly beautiful book. I have flipped through it once. Look, there's the box. So the publisher is, who is this by? Llewellyn. It's one of these lovely big Llewellyn boxes. The backs look like this, incredibly sort of oceanic, as of course they're going to be. So we've got the Fool. I'm going to do a quick flip through some of these. I love that Magician card, and if you're a Taylor Swift's fan, you'll know that that just reminds me of Willow through and through. If you know, you know. We've got the High Priestess, the Empress, gorgeous Empress, an Emperor. I like the age in the Emperor, the Hierophant. So the call of water coming to me, it's not really a surprise. I think after Earth, water is the next strongest element that I'm called to. I love that Strength card. So it isn't really a surprise, and of course I always feel like I have that element of water in my life with the caravan down at the ocean. I'm very landlocked where I live most of the time, which is in the Midlands, so right in the middle of England. But I do feel like I get my oceanic fix, and I do feel that call to water. My significator card is the Page of Cups, and so it doesn't surprise me, but the strength of how pulled to working with water I am at the moment does surprise me, and also the amount of mermaids that keep turning up in synchronicities amazes me. Gosh, I love that Star card and that Moon card. So I think this is just a stunning rendition of like a kind of Rider-Waite-Smith based deck. So we've got the Cups. I'll just flick through a few more of these. Oh, that Three of Cups is gorgeous. I think the meanings of the cards are very clear in this deck, and I do love that. And look at that, the artwork is just so beautiful. So where's the Page of Cups? Look, there's the page, just gorgeous. We've got knights and queens and kings, and we've got wands. So with the wands, it's a lot more sort of is it this Hawaiian or tropical island type thing with the volcanoes. You can see they're still mermaids, but it's really cleverly brought in like a fire element. It's more like a volcanic ocean. I just love it. It reminds me of the film Moana. So yeah, love this. I mean, look at the Queen of Wands, just absolutely brilliant. So although it's really watery, it does manage to bring in like the different elements. I mean, look at this. So we've got more like above the waterline, and the mermaids interacting with like the earth really, and families. Look, we've got sort of an earth element coming in for the pentacles, which I love. Oh, it's just so gorgeous. And then for the swords, for our air element, we also have some scenes above the waterline, and it's a lot more wintry. It brings in that sort of biting air feel to everything, just by the fact that it's wintry. And I think that really suits kind of the emotional sort of harshness of the swords. That Knight of Swords is incredible, and then the Queen and the King. So I'm really excited about that, guys. I think that is just such a gorgeous new tarot deck. The next deck that I bought was this Sea Soul Journeys Oracle cards, and it says connect with the healing power of the ocean. So this is a 48 card deck by Pippa Best. Again, you've got very gorgeous backs, very oceanic. The guidebook looks like this inside, and I was just drawn to this because it's a photography deck, and I'm kind of trying to add to my photography decks, and I just loved the feel of the oracle. So you've got keywords, and you've got a phrase, a key phrase on the front. So ease, may it be effortless, and depth, may you immerse and go deeper, and free, may your soul sing freely. Beauty, may you perceive nature's artistry afresh. So I just really loved some of these messages. So these are actually different backs. It's the first time I've flipped through this, to be honest. Play, may you seek out fun and connection. Joy, may you pursue what lights you up. Alive, may you delight in vitality. So all of these have got these backs. Gratitude, may you honour all that you receive. Accept, may you receive what is as it comes. And receive, may you know you are worthy of the gift. And then it changes to different colours along the bottom. So look, we do get different backs depending on the colour of the front. So this is obviously in different sections. That's really interesting, and I do like that. So it just really struck me that the pictures were just gorgeous, and I liked the keywords. I do like text on cards. I know some people don't like it, but I do really love it. So just loads of different aspects of the ocean and water. It's lovely, isn't it? So I thought with sort of oceanic decks in play, this would be just like lovely to pull as an extra message. I'm really excited about working with that one and finding out what all of these different coloured sections with different backs are all about. So that is the Sea Soul Journeys Oracle cards. Another new one to me, which I've been looking at for a while, is this Water Alchemy Oracle. Now this is by Alexandra Wenman, and this is a 40 card deck and guidebook. I just loved the colours of this. This just really gave me the water element, but also a summer element. This is a deck that it says it teaches you to embrace your emotions as you dive deeper into the mystery of the sacred waters and travel deeper into yourself to uncover hidden treasures, heal unresolved aspects of your psyche, and awaken your true genius. So really interesting. It's in this double part box. Again, it has just a really nice guidebook. All of these I will do reviews for once I've finished working with them. The backs of these cards look like this, so you've got different glyphs around like this mandala pattern. It's got such a beautiful sort of summer colour palette. So we've got different aspects of water, droplet, we've got ripple and spray. Look, it's just such joyful artwork, I think. There's rain. Some of the figures are slightly off with their proportions, but it doesn't detract, I think. In this case, it kind of adds. It's just got this really quirky art style. I mean, look at that bubble foam. I love all these different aspects of what water can be and what it can represent. Look, foam or bubble is very different to the energy of a whirlpool. And then we've got crystal and wave. A geyser, very different to still waters. Hail and ice. Steam and mist. Evaporation. Hydration. That's just so quirky. I love them. Bathing. Purification. There's mermaids again. Look at that blessing, like the idea of the holy well. Dilution. Reflection. Swimming. Floating. Diving. Rising. A lake. Dam. River. Ocean. Spring. And look, we've got the chalice well cover there. Fabulous. Waterfall. Rock pool. Cenote. Aquifer. Fluids. Tears. Moon. Comet and nebula. So I think that looks like a really fascinating deck to work with. Again, I'm super excited to work with that. I'm thinking that might pair beautifully with the Mermaid Tarot. I'm going to try some of these out as pairs once I've finished showing the decks. The next deck, which is still relatively new, I've done a review of this deck before. I have used this deck, but I thought I would share it because it is still new to me this year. This one was sent to me by Blue Angel to review. This is Sisters of the Sea. It's a mermaid deck by Lucy Cavendish. The artwork for this is by Amy Brown, who is really well known for her fairy artwork, and there are some other mythological creatures in this. It's not just mermaids that you see on these glorious backs. We do have fairies as well. So I have shown this deck before. Again, it's just another one with just such stunning artwork. I love the colour palette used. Look here, you see a mermaid and a fairy meeting. I love this one. I like the detailed artwork, but then with the openness of space. Look, here is another mythological creature coming in. I think the open space in this deck just reminds me of how the ocean feels for me, because the ocean really feels like the meeting of water and air. It's the big skies as well as the water. So that does come into play for me when I'm thinking of working with the water as an element. It's the big skies, and I was going to say the looking out, just as I'm holding up a card that says looking back. Don't you just love synchronicities like that? And I think this deck kind of captures that feeling for me of that place where elements meet and everything seems more expansive because of their meeting. Like the water seems bigger and the sky seems bigger because we've got those two elements meeting each other. So this deck I really love as well, and that is the Sisters of the Sea Oracle, which is a Blue Angel deck. The next deck is a deck I actually bought for my daughter, and she decided that she wasn't using it, so she recently gifted it back to me when I was going on about like mermaids keep showing up in everything. So she said, I'm not using it, I use other decks instead, why don't you have it back? So I have used this. There is one card that I pulled which is right behind me, and it has basically stayed out the entire time since I've pulled it out, which is always interesting when a card kind of hits home and you don't put it away. So that's currently in play, but this is the Jasmine Beckett Griffith Myths and Mermaids Oracle of the Water. So again, this is not new, but new to me to use, and so far it's proving to be really quite impactful. I do love this art though, I love it. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but for me I think it is just a glorious type of art style. And I think for me this deck does what the Water Alchemy Oracle does with its colours. It kind of really speaks of the ocean, of course all these blues and greens, but it also kind of brings in a summer element to a lot of the cards. And don't you know, as I'm saying that, the colours don't, but a lot of the time it does. So you've got horizontal and vertical. Look, this is what I mean. Like a lot of these cards have got lots of colours in, and it just makes it feel more summery than not. I think it's just wonderful. So really keen to continue working with this through the summer. Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. You do have some cards that just throw up sometimes a different style. You do have some cards that look like they shouldn't have fit on the card, so you've got bigger borders. I know that throws some people off. For me, it's just part of the artist's portfolio, and doesn't throw me at all, just like horizontal cards don't throw me at all. But it is something to consider if you're looking at this deck and thinking about possibly purchasing it. So that's worth pointing out. Not that I'm trying to sell you anything, of course. But I just love it. Think it's fantastic. Look, there's just loads and loads of cards. Fabulous. So that is the Myths and Mermaids Oracle of the Water. Right, so far I've only shown one tarot deck with the Mermaid Tarot, so I am going to share not a new deck to me. I've had this a while, but it's out on the trolley, so let's share it. This is the Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot this time, with these gorgeous backs. I think everybody has seen this deck. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's just a classic mermaid deck, which I love. Every time I get this out and use it, I love it. Oh, the road is so noisy. I'm sorry guys about the road, but it is very hot. Look at this, the Chariot card. It is just full on summer vibes, isn't it? So I think it's a great one to use at this time of year, and it is one of my favourite water inspired decks. So this is the second tarot. I've got more oracles actually than I have tarot. We'll see how they pair in a bit, but yeah, this is the second oracle. Real full on summer vibes, the Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot, and I think it's absolutely fantastic. The third tarot that I've got is this Healing Waves Tarot. Now this is, I'm sorry guys, this is no longer available. It is it was done as just a complete one-off print run, and as of yet it's kind of stuck at that. I've not seen any hints that this one might come back. The paintings on this were all done with water collected from the ocean, which I think is just a gorgeous aspect of it. It's got one of my favourite Queen of Wands cards in, and it's on this gorgeous buttery soft rose petal cardstock, and it's just gorgeous. So this uses different things for the suits. You've got kind of like mermaids, you've got real ocean creatures, you've got the shoreline, you've got the seabed. There's all sorts going on in here. There's the occasional person thrown in, there's lots of seagulls, there's salamanders. Yeah, it's just a really fantastic deck. You've got turtles and their eggs for pentacles. Isn't it gorgeous? Messages in bottles. You've got jellyfish. There are the seagulls. Yeah, it's a really good one. So it hasn't had enough love, this one. Hopefully that will be rectified this summer. I do think it is just stunning. So this is a new deck. This has been recently bought in. This is a Rebecca Campbell deck, artwork by Katie Louise, and this is the Healing Waters Oracle. So I have actually shared this in one of my videos. I think I shared it in the Oracles of Now video. So it is this sort of digital collage style that we see on most of Rebecca Campbell's decks, but I just thought the collage images were just brilliant, and I do like, again, the text on the card. I think it is just a really stunningly beautiful oracle deck. So again, you've got lots of ways of approaching that idea of water and what water could offer up for you to work with. And there's a Selkie card in there. That's always something that is going to make me buy a deck. If you put a Selkie card in a deck or Sheila in a Gig card, I'm probably going to end up buying it. Like words like plunge, and then even like the rainbow with like the rainbow over water. It's just a really different take again of coming at working with the element of water, and I love it. So that is Rebecca Campbell's The Healing Waters Oracle. Okay, I wanted to look at some pairs as well with these, and I thought we'd try first of all pairs with the Mermaid Tarot. So this is the Mermaid Tarot with that Water Alchemy deck. I thought that some of the art style, look, you can see the art style, especially in the hair there, it does have some similarities. I mean, this is a little bit more worked, this is more naive, but there are still enough similarities, I think, for those two, yeah, to work nicely, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna like those two together. And I'm wondering now about the Mermaid Tarot with the Jasmine Beckett Griffith Myths and Mermaids deck. Right, let's have a look at these together. Not quite as... Do you know what? I think I do. I was going to say I don't think it's quite works as well as the Water Alchemy, but there definitely is something there that works. You can see here, like the different art style, how it does sometimes throw it off, doesn't it? But even though I've said that, I still think that there is something there that works really nicely. Yeah, these two are worth giving a go for definite. And of course I do absolutely need to try it with Sisters of the Sea. I bet these two are going to sing together. Oh yes, I love these two together. Absolutely gorgeous together. So what beautiful pairings I've got there for the Mermaid Tarot. I mean, look at that. That's just so stunning. Gosh. Yeah, I'm really, really loving these two together. So it's nice to see that with the Mermaid Tarot there is some nice pairings to be had there. So let's try Sisters of the Sea again, but this time with the Dame Darcy Tarot. So yeah, thematically it works. I think stylistically it's not quite as big a hit as it was with the Mermaid Tarot. I absolutely loved this deck with that last tarot. It's not quite hitting it for me alongside the Dame Darcy. So let's have a look. Let's try it with the photography deck. So this is the Sea Song Journeys. Nope, that's not working for me at all. So that's not working. How about with the Water Alchemy? See, for me that works a little better. There's something about the naivety of the art styles that works slightly better for me. Gosh, it makes you realise how sort of sandy coloured the Mermaid Tarot is when you start putting it against blue decks. But I do like the fact we've got both of these. We've got Adamant and this Gentleman. I always call that the Adamant card. Yeah, look, there's elements in this that I like together. Okay, so that works with the Dame Darcy. And I bet the Jasmine Beckett Griffith as well would work nicely. Yeah, these two for me look gorgeous together. Yeah, so that's another nice pairing that I'm excited to work with for sure. Yeah, fabulous. Oh, just so lovely. I love them. Yep, love them. So then lastly we've got the Healing Waves Tarot. I wonder what this is going to be like with the Healing Waters. I mean, some of these oracles, like a lot of the Rebecca Campbell oracles, I tend to work with those just by themselves. So yeah, it doesn't matter if I can't necessarily find a pairing with these. Possibly, not sure about that. Possibly, and we can try it with the Soul Journey, the photography deck. I wonder if these two would work nicely together. Oh, see, now I like these two together. Yeah, for me, although one's watercolour and one's photography, the vibe of these two together, it feels right to me. Yeah, I like these two. So I've got loads of different decks that I could be playing with over the rest of the summer. I'm just really excited about it. So some of these will be coming down to the caravan with me for sure. Yeah, and I love it. So that's it, guys. My watery summer decks that are on my Tarot Charlie at the moment. Some of those are my newest ones from that second deck haul. Thanks for keeping me company while I flick through them and look for pairs. And I can't wait. So thanks, guys. Let me know in the comments box which pairing or which deck was your favourite. I'd love to know. Okay, thanks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.